Harry Kane is officially a Bayern Munich player. It was an uncertain 48 hours for Spurs fans as the club accepted the offer, but Kane took a little while to decide. But this morning, he posted this. Been an incredible welcome, he says, for me and my family in Munich in the last 24 hours. Buzzing to have signed for such a massive club with an incredible history. Can't wait to get started. Also on his social media accounts, he posted this video message to the Tottenham fans.
I felt like this was the time to leave. I didn't want to go into the season with a lot of unresolved future talk. You know, I think it's important for the new manager and the players to concentrate on trying to get Tottenham back to around the top of the table and fighting for trophies. So I wish Ange and all the boys all the very best of luck. Honestly, you know, I'll be watching from a fan point of view now and really hope the team can be successful.
Harry Kane has left Spurs for Bayern Munich. Has he made the right choice?
I think so, Rebecca. I feel sorry for the Spurs fans because they've got one of the great finishers in the game who's one of their own, who's left their football club. But I feel a bit sorry for us as Premier League fans. We've lost one of our own, Rebecca. Football royalty has left the Premier League. The Prince, as we've called him, since 2013-14, when he scored his first Premier League goal. We've had the rights. Every season we've known Harry Kane scoring goals 213 times. Well, that will be no more. And it is a shame. But from Kane's point of view, I think he's done the right thing for his football club. He's got them a fee. He's been exemplary in the way he's behaved. And now he's moved to a football club, a giant of a football club, where he can win trophies, titles and Champions League. He's doing the thing now for Harry Kane. I think he's starting to think about it from his point of view. And the big question is, should he stay and try and break Alan Shearer's Premier League goal-scoring record, or will winning titles, winning Champions Leagues be bigger? And I think he said, at this stage in my career, I want the silverware. And he's moved to a place where he has a chance of titles and Champions League winning.
Well, Tim, it does seem to be a debate, doesn't it, with what Robbie said there, between breaking Alan Shearer's record and winning trophies, because he hasn't been able to win any at Tottenham. Where do you stand on whether he's made the right choice?
I agree with that. I think he's done everything right by Tottenham. He has acted in an exemplary way. He's looked after the football club and he's looked after himself. And I think so many times players say it's not about me, it's about the team, it's about winning trophies. He's actually doing it. He's walking that walk now because, yeah, it had to be a tough decision to break Alan Shearer's Premier League goal-scoring record. It's one of the holy grails in football, but he's passing that up because he knows he has a great opportunity to win trophies, not just in the league, but also in the Champions League. And I think that stands out for me. Again, he's done right by the football club, and now he's looking after himself.
He does go on to say in that video, never say never, this is not goodbye. He may well be back one day. Do you agree with Robbie and Tim?
No, I just see it a little differently, Rebecca. Of course, I agree about how he's been as a model professional at that club for all those years. But all these options and all these things that you've just talked about of winning titles and of winning goal-scoring records and stuff, he can still do that. In 12 months' time, there's so many more options, Rebecca. That's what's surprised me a little bit. Bayern's still going to be there. Maybe Real Madrid, maybe Barcelona, maybe Manchester United, maybe Man City. Wherever he wants to go, he'll be a free agent, no transfer fee. So if he wants to win trophies, who's good? Yeah, maybe Man City or maybe Man United or, you know, It continues his goal scoring so he can get the record. He has another fun season, possibly under Ange Postecoglou at Tottenham.
So he's a year on, Rob, isn't he? You know, and
he looks after himself.
At 31, clubs are looking at players differently. It's 30 goals that he's lost. It might be a Champions League that he missed out on. Can he afford to do that?
Yeah, I think he can. I think he's a superb professional. He's in brilliant condition. He's never relied on electric pace to get his goals. He's always going to score goals. You know, the only risk is that he has a season where things don't go so well and difficult to see. And again, at 31, he can then go to wherever he wants to go to get everything that he wants.
Is it not a concern to you, Musty, that there are so many clubs, particularly the top clubs, who after 30 years old aren't giving more than one-year contracts?
Special case, Timony.
I do agree with that. He's free,
yeah.
But some of these clubs stick to their principles and don't give those contracts. And then really, we look after his family, think, I've only had a one-year contract.
I mean, all that being said, Rebecca, Bayern Munich is a giant of a club. I mean, it's an amazing move for him. It's just through the summer, I was like, stay, be a bit more patient, and then you can get where you want to go. I mean, Daniel Levy's not picked up the phone for Man City last summer. He hasn't picked up the phone to Man United this summer. You know,
Didn't we say a few times, though, you said, and is he really ambitious enough? Does he want to go and win trophies? He's shown us he is, Rebecca, and that shows another side to Harry Kane.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. For even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you over there.